This week's blog post is on the sculpture of James S.T. Stranahan in Brooklyn's Prospect Park. James Samuel Thomas Stranahan, 1808 to 1898, born near Oneida, New York, arrived in Brooklyn in 1844 and became wealthy as a railroad contractor and a builder of docks. From 1860 to 1882, as head of the Brooklyn Park Commission, he promoted the development of Prospect Park. Olmsted and Vaux submitted the design for the park in 1866, and construction under Olmsted's supervision began that same year. It's arguably their greatest achievement, incorporating design elements that were not used in Central Park, whose construction began in 1858, just before the Civil War. Stranahan promoted the construction of Eastern Parkway and Ocean Parkway, as well as the development of Coney Island. The Encyclopedia of New York City notes, quote, "When a financial discrepancy was discovered, Stranahan left the Brooklyn Park Board and reconciled the accounts with his own funds." Stranahan later served as a trustee of the New York and Brooklyn Bridge Company, in which role he presided at the dedication of the Brooklyn Bridge in 1883. A few months earlier that year, he described the bridge, and this is a long quote because I just like this viewpoint. Quote, "That bridge, so long the object of public thought, and not infrequently the target of newspaper criticism, now substantially finished and destined in a short time to be open for general use, needs no eulogy from my lips. There it stands, its own orator, and there for generations it will stand, its own historian. It will be for ages one of the attractions and one of the wonders of this great metropolitan center. Its fame will be worldwide, and the foreign traveler who seeks these shores will feast his eyes and gratify his curiosity in gazing upon a structure that now has no parallel in any of the products of human art." Continuing the quote, "Brooklyn, as you are aware, is by the East River isolated from the mainland. The people of that city hope that the bridge will remove that isolation and put them in direct railway communication, not only with New York City, but with all parts of the country. This will greatly serve their convenience and promote their prosperity. New York will certainly not object and will not be the loser. If a bridge over the Harlem River connects New York with the mainland, why should not a bridge over the East River perform a similar service on behalf of Brooklyn and Long Island?" End of quote. Stranahan was also on the commission that framed the charter of the City of Greater New York after its consolidation in 1898. There are links in the blog post to a site that has more on Stranahan's life, and also a link to my book, Artist Entrepreneurs, which has more about Frederick MacMonnies's, the sculptor of this work. This series of blog posts that I'm doing right now is sort of a fill-in. It's works that I haven't yet written about from among the outdoor sculptures in New York City, and I am doing a series on my Instagram feed. It's the only thing on my Instagram feed, a chronological series of outdoor sculptures in New York. So this is one of the ones that's early and I hadn't yet written up. DianeDuranteWriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, Central Park, and my many other obsessions. To join the free Sunday Recommendations email list, visit the URL online, or you can email me at the address given there. You can also say, "Well done, Diane," or support my work and receive rewards by means of the tip jar on DianeDuranteWriter.com. Thanks as always for listening.